We turn now to the case of Nancy Guthrie. The FBI has released surveillance images of a masked subject at her front door. The FBI director, Kash Patel, described the person as an armed individual who tampered with Guthrie's doorbell camera. Savannah Guthrie, co-host of NBC's Today Show, reacted to the images just minutes after they were released, saying, quote, "We believe she is still alive." We're joined now by Andres Gutierrez, who's following the latest developments from Tucson. Andres, good to see you. What more do we know about what the FBI is describing as a subject in this case?
Well, Ed, the investigators keep coming back to the fact of how prepared this person looks. You could see someone who is masked, someone who is wearing these distinctive gloves, who is carrying a distinctive backpack moving straight toward Nancy Guthrie's door. Authorities believe the person was armed and made it a point going after that particular doorbell camera. And that detail matters because it's telling investigators that this person wasn't just simply stumbling onto the property, that this was very intentional. They are being very careful not to call this person a suspect just yet, but they are very focused on identifying who this person is. Remember, there is a $50,000 reward that the FBI is offering. They have plastered that reward money as well as her face, Nancy Guthrie's face, on billboards across the Southwest, here in Arizona and surrounding states. The FBI tip number is 1-800-CALL-FBI, Ed.
Andres, real quick, you've been there now more than a week. When you talk to the locals, I'm curious if they wonder what I think a lot of people across the country are wondering is, why is this taking so long? Why weren't these images made available sooner?
Well, that's the question we all have. It's been 10 days in. We know that they were facing these obstacles with the subscription service not being paid for, and so they weren't recorded to a cloud. Eventually, it took some engineers at Google, the Nest camera system, for them to go into their back channel systems, the back end systems, to eventually extract this information. That's why it took so long. But now America finally has something tangible. They have been asking for tips, but now they can actually be looking out for the specific, clothing that this individual is wearing, the gait that this person has. And remember, it may only be a matter of time here. Just a few months ago, I was out covering the Charlie Kirk assassination. And in that circumstance, the FBI ended up releasing images just before 8 o'clock that night. Eventually, the alleged suspect's mother realized that he said, "Hey, that looks like my son," called her husband, who then eventually led them to talk to their son, saying, "Hey, son, where are you?" and led to turning himself into police about 2 hours later, ended, without a confrontation. And now he is serving, is about to face the criminal justice system for his actions. So it may take someone to just recognize something distinctive about this individual, and they're hoping that it will provide the big break in this particular case.
Yeah, we can all hope so. Andres Gutierrez, who's been covering this since it began, thank you so much from Tucson tonight. We appreciate it.